Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Tea Time with Welcome back to the tea party. Today, I actually made tea. Isn't the world absolutely beautiful? So let's get into today's news. You know why you're here. I know why you're here. You want the news in the most easiest format possible because reading news is so 2000s. Come on, guys. For our first story of the day, we're going to talk about the Oscar nominees. We're just going to go through them and see who are the interesting ones, at least in the main categories. So the best actor, we have a few interesting options. Chadwick Boseman has been posthumously nominated. Let's see how far that goes. I really hope that isn't just a pity nominee, which would be very, very sad. I mean, it's been done before, but I heard the Chadwick Boseman was really amazing in the movie Ma Rainey Black Bottom. We have Anthony Hopkins, who was nominated for The Father, Gary Oldman, who was nominated for Mank, and Steven Yeun for Minari. We also have Riz Ahmed for Sound of Metal. I don't know some of these people, so I'm just gonna talk about the people that most people might know. In the Best Actress category, I know no one in this. Carey Mulligan, Frances McDormand, Vanessa Kirby. I think I've heard of Vanessa Kirby. Andra Day, Viola Davis. Best Supporting Actor, again, I don't know most of these people, but I do know Sacha Baron Cohen, and that is the only movie that I've watched within the entire Oscar list of this year. I really should be watching more movies, but yeah, I thought he was amazing in that. But it's really surprising how he was able to get into that nomination, even though Eddie Redmayne was with him supporting, and then other people who I assume are really good actors, who I've seen in other movies. For him to stand out of the crowd like that and do get a nomination was amazing, and that is something that I'm really excited about. Let's see if he wins. Best Supporting Actress, also people I haven't really heard of. Best Director, also people I haven't heard of. And again, Best Film, the only one I've heard of is The Trial of Chicago 7, which is the one that Sacha Baron Cohen was nominated for. That was an amazing movie. I don't know about the rest. I should probably watch it. I heard Judas and Black Messiah was also really good. But who knows? Let's see how those will go. Is someone behind me? I don't even know. Okay, let's go. So that was the first story of the day. Moving on, we have the news story that Avatar, the James Cameron movie that was released over a decade ago, it was standing in first position as the most grossing movie in the world for a long time, and then Avengers Endgame took over it, and now it took the spot back again because it re-released it got re-released in China, and it got like another $8 million, $8.9 million, and now it's back on top again. I thought that people might be upset because I don't know, they're using China as a market to assess the success, but there's nothing. I'm not aware of any particular censorship that took place in this particular project for it to get released in China. So I say go for it. James Cameron, amazing. At the end of the day, we all know that Disney's the one that wins it all because they're the ones who produce everything. So good job, Disney, for again taking over yourself. Yeah. We got the next story for the day. Tinder introduces in-app background checks, which is absolutely incredible. Later this year, Tinder will allow users to view the public records information from prospective dates using their names and mobile numbers. So it's just information that already exists in public records. It has nothing to do with of course, personal information. I don't know why anybody would think that was the case, but I just said it nonetheless. The reason why they did this was because in 2019 there was an investigation by ProPublica, and it found that registered sex offenders were on the app, and Match Group, which is the parent company of Tinder, They got a huge backlash, and finally they're enforcing these new rules. Just fun fact, Matchgroup.com has a few other dating apps under the belt, which I think it's all really cute names. We have, of course, OkCupid, which I'm sure a lot of anyone who's in the sphere might know of. There's one called Plenty of Fish. I thought that was super cute. There's another one called Ship. I thought that was also adorable. So yeah, Match Group, the Disney of dating. Next, we're moving on to a few more hard news. Egyptian female judges will be allowed to assume positions in the State Council and General Prosecution. The Egyptian government has finally come out and stated that women will have more representation in the State Council. Already a number of female judges have taken positions. There is a few eligibility criteria that needs to be completed for female judges to be assigned the post, but it is a huge first step, first time in the history of the country. I'm surprised why not a lot more people are talking about this. It's kind of hidden within, but yeah, huge achievement over there. This one is a little I thought this is super funny. China tells Alibaba to divest media assets to curb influence. The most hypocritic thing that I've ever heard ever. So Beijing fears e-commerce giant has too much sway over public opinion through stakes in platforms such as Twitter like Weibo. So then they haven't properly stated whether it's to completely remove their influence over these companies or just to share the market. Alibaba does have a track record of monopolizing a few industries within China, and they have been stopped before for it. But I don't know, man. Yeah, like China screaming into a mirror, right? It's weird. It's what Anyway, in November, Chinese regulators halted a colossal 34 billion stock market listing by Ant Group, an Alibaba subsidiary that does online payments in China. And in the following months, regulators opened an investigation into Alibaba, and they saw there was a lot of practices within the company that were anti-competitive. It's of course, it's $1 billion company that's doing what $1 billion companies do, okay, and completely against that. I mean, honestly, it's like King Kong versus Godzilla. I don't know who, Freddy versus Jason. I don't know who I don't support either of them, but it's still fun to see. But yeah, also Alibaba owns a lot of media assets in Hong Kong. The biggest leading newspaper in Hong Kong, English language daily, is owned by them. They own the South China Morning Post, and they own platforms like Weibo, which is like Twitter in China, and online video platforms like Bilibili. Did I read that right? Bilibili? That's so adorable. Anyway, moving on. Next news of the day. News Corp and Facebook strike a deal for news content in Australia. This is also very interesting. You kind of see how the future is being set up on information like this. So News Corp, which is owned by Rupert Murdoch, who is the owner and creator of Fox, which is bought out by Disney. They made a deal with Facebook where they would provide them news content, which will redirect the readers into the main website of the news organization. And you're probably wondering how and why this is the case. Well, very simple. News Corp, like global publishers around the world, over the past decade have lost a ton of money because of giant tech companies like Google and Facebook. Lost a lot of revenues. Lost a lot of advertisers. So News Corp spearheaded a lobbying campaign in Australia with support from its traditional rivals to get politicians to make the tech firms pay for news content from its sites. This was already something that was being followed in in the West, our Western countries. So the United States and all, it was all being followed over there. And it's now being regulated into Australia. I'm not very well sure how it is in India, nor am I really sure how it is in the UAE, but you can see a shift towards towards journalism being incorporated within tech companies rather than tech companies owning all the news. They are partnering with people who know what they're doing, and they're working together with it. So yeah. Moving on to local news, applications for Expo 2020 Dubai Volunteer Program closes on March 31st. So if anyone is still interested in becoming a volunteer, you better hurry up. Next, UAE Ministries suspends hourly maid services due to COVID restrictions. UAE residents will not be able to hire domestic workers for a few hours or days from Tatbir centers. I'm assuming you're still allowed to do it with private people. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. However, from Tatbir centers itself, you're not allowed to do it. Workers can be hired for a minimum period of 7 days from Tatbir centers. They are not allowed to be replaced or transferred during this period. Moreover, workers will undergo COVID PCR tests before they are deployed to their workplace. This last news of the day, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. Dubai tells slow riders to move out of the way. They're basically telling slow drivers to move out of the fast lane and keep the fast lane only for emergencies or if you're overtaking. Otherwise, just keep it clear. Yeah, this kind of felt like a personal attack to me, but I hear you. I will move out of the way. I was just trying stuff out. All right, thank you guys for watching again. Subscribe, please subscribe. Okay, I'm gonna do this every day, so if you're like just watch this while you're like brushing your teeth in the morning or something, right, do that. Or you're cooking, right, do something like that. You're getting information, and you have to do like zero work, and I'm trying to make it entertaining, but I know that's hard. Okay, like, come on. All right, just cut me some slack. All right, subscribe, watch it daily. Follow me on Instagram. I post funny memes there. So, all right. Okay. Thank you very much. See you next time.